Hey guys, Edgar here. Just wanted to give you guys a quick side note. The audio for me, it's not sounding right at the moment. The reason is because I didn't put the right audio input. I didn't use the VP that I've been using for quite a while, so I forgot that. So that's on my part, that's on my fault. But future episodes, that shouldn't be happening, should be in the regular audio. It should sound mostly like this. But the audio isn't terrible. It's not like unlistenable. It's fine. It's just if it doesn't sound like how it usually sounds, then there's a reason. Kind of sounds like the old ones we had, but it's still listenable. We still had a good time with the episode. It was still a good live stream, and of course, if you're watching this on YouTube and Spotify, just I wanted to give you guys a little heads up before watching this, and yeah, that's about it. So just sit back, relax. Thank you for tuning in right now, and enjoy.
You think
Well. I did not fix the bit notification, so it's gonna look weird in this first episode. But I'll fix it later because right now we are back. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to season 3 of the Grand Slam, the podcast. With your host, me, Edgaroni, or Edgar Vasquez Jr. with the M in the middle. And I also have my two lovely co-hosts, Mr. Robin Machuca and Will from South Texas.
Hi.
Hello.
Can I make a comment real quick? So like, not only do we have a new intro, which by the way, that was a great intro, right, everybody? Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and give this video a like and comment down below about how great that intro was. Shout out to our friend Garuden. But also look at this background now. This is nice. It's been remodeled. It's got like stuff going for it. Edgar, who did we pay to do that?
Nobody, because I made it.
Oh, cool! Thank God. I really didn't want to have paid someone because, like I've been saying in all of the meetings, we do not have the budget.
Yes.
But anyway, by the way, hi everybody. I'm Wolf from South Texas.
Indeed, but yes,
it's been a while.
It has. But of course, as you saw in our intro, and as Will said before, we have a new intro song, and that is brought to you and was made by our good buddy Garuden on Spotify, which you can on the description below on Twitch, or if once you watch it on Spotify or on YouTube, you could just go to the link description below and you will see it and go to his music. Follow him on Spotify. He makes some banger music, man. And if you're watching this, Garuden, we love you. We thank you so much for that intro, man.
Yeah. He does such great music. Give him some love. Give him a follow on Spotify. So yeah.
And like I want to go behind the scenes a little bit if I can. It took like the music thing took us like all of summer because he has so many good songs. So we
Yeah.
just kind of kept listening to them and being like, "Oh wow, we really like these, and we really like this song, and we really like this," and then he was like, "Oh, well, I've got some unreleased music," and we were like, "You do?" And we listened to that, and then he made this, and we were like, "That's great. We want that one." And we
Yeah.
were like, and that all got finalized like what, last week? I mean, it took a while. We were involved in this for like quite some time.
Yeah, we did this. We did it like basically throughout the summer, and while during like this week and last week, I was re-editing our intro video so I can incorporate the music into our intro, which we got that right there. So yeah, we got a new intro. I will also, since we are going like behind the scenes on how we were working on the music, I'll basically do behind the scenes as also as a way of what I've been up to or what we've been up to. So basically, a lot of that B-roll footage that's in the background of our intro was basically me taking a trip to Florida, to my birth town. Yes, uh, I it's
Robin, I know what you're thinking. Stop it. That's a joke for us.
I know.
That's an inside friend joke, and we don't have to say. Maybe one day.
One
Anyway,
day.
Edgar.
Maybe one day.
But yes, I took some B-roll while I was on the plane to a trip to Florida, and some when I came back, and I went to go visit some family that I haven't seen in a while, and catch up with everybody. At the same time, also take a small break of a vacation after a long time that I've had a vacation for some time. But of course, being COVID safe, wearing my mask, keeping protection, and all that stuff, wearing Germex and everything, and but then after that I wanted to go back, and there's a lot of other like things I want to do, which there's a lot of updates to what I'm going to inform you guys today, basically with live stream stuff and uploading stuff. So basically with the new look we have with the podcast would be the same, the usual, uploading it to the YouTubes and having it a bit edited on Spotify.
Yeah.
Oh damn! Just said saluda. Thank you for the burger, and
Nice.
oh my god! Also thank you for subbing, man. Or
Yeah, thanks,
ma'am.
That's my friend. That's my friend Jace. He's a friend from high school. Thanks for following, Jace.
Damn, thanks.
Oh, okay. Oh, if you got them, share them. You got to do the T-pose.
Oh yeah,
Congratulations.
we're sharing the T-pose. The
Yeah.
Everybody
T-pose.
T-pose him. T-pose
go.
it right in the corner. Right? Yeah. You can't escape. You're T-posed. You're here forever. You're part of the family. Part of the ship. Oh, Edgar.
Yes.
You were saying that we were gonna do live streams and things.
Oh,
But I want to make this commitment right now.
okay.
We are not going to be any better quality. That's right. We're going to stay. We're going to stay like what we are. Just because we're affiliate doesn't mean we're going to be doing any better. Professionalism out the door. Improved anything out the
Get
door.
outta here.
More emotes. Get the hell out of here. We are not going to improve unless the budget gets bigger. So we appreciate all of the subs and the bits and whatever you give us. Oh, have mercy.
Oh man. But of course, yeah. So podcast streaming, do regular time. The new time we have Fridays at 6. It's 6 p.m. Since working on school stuff, I also do some work in the school. But also, and then
That's right. Edgar has what we like to call in the business a yob. I think it's a soft. I think it's a soft J. I think it's
hub.
I think it's Dutch in origin. A yob. Which means he goes to a place and does some kind of duty there, and they give him money,
Triscuits,
Triscuits, gold coins.
They just give him Triscuits. They
Yeah.
just give him the snack.
That's what they
Whole grain
pay me in.
Triscuits. That's what we're paying you. Not an experience in Triscuits. There we go. You're not getting
Dry Triscuits, old stale Triscuit. By the way, these are the unflavored Triscuits. This isn't like rosemary Triscuits. This isn't, no, these are unsalted pieces of
Whoa.
holy shit.
Teal Mermaid 96.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Thank you for the tier 1 for man.
Nice.
3 months in advance.
Oh shit! Nice.
Wow.
All right. Cool.
Wow.
Now, Teal Mermaid can use
The T-pose.
can use the T-pose.
Yeah.
We can T-pose. The T-pose. Now you're stuck. You can't leave. T-pose. Let the T-poses unite.
So yeah. So as I was saying with other work stuff, but what I do want to do now, like I am gonna like full on try to do my darn hardest and to put out the schedule because I think I can and I believe I can. Which are
holy shit, we're close to a hype train.
Yeah, that's what it says. Where I want to stream more gaming stuff. I want to stream a lot of other games, especially since this year there is a lot of games coming. A lot of games that I really want to play, especially towards Halloween. I do want to play some horror games. So 100% I'm going to play some horror games.
I'm going to jump in here real quick.
Whoa, Jalusa!
Horror.
Jalusa tearing sub to the Grand Slam Life.
Gifting a tier sub to Shake and
Bacon 369. Wow. Holy damn. Thanks, dude. Damn.
Shake and bacon. Hype train is close.
But yes, the horror games. So basically, a lot of Resident Evil games that I haven't played. That's what I'm gonna do, and some We'll also do some Phasmophobia with some guests. Some guests that we want to bring into the show and to have more fun around here. And of course,
we're getting Denny from Denny.
We're getting the Denny from Denny.
Yeah.
There we go.
And by the way, if you weren't here during the pre-show, you missed a little bit of that. But the Grand Slam is not sponsored by Denny's. We are not. We refuse. They know what they did.
Larry.
That being said, Waffle House, if you would please respond to my many emails, we would love to be sponsored. Come on,
Waffle House.
We don't want to have to result into.
Whoa, Teal Mermaid is gifting a tier 1 sub again. Oh my god!
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Jabberwock, sponsored by MLB, obviously.
No. Yeah.
That's there's.
Yeah.
That was awesome. This is great right here. This is what it's all about. This is all about the jokes. This is why we came back.
Yeah,
I didn't want to. I'm not gonna lie.
But it was in Will's contract.
We went on quote unquote hiatus.
Whoa!
Holy
another tier.
Giving it to our main music man, Garudin Music, tier Mermaid. He gifted tier 1 sub to Garudin. Wow. All right, this is getting
shit.
Crazy up in here.
Also, if you guys just now that everything's going on, if you want to join our Discord and be part of our growing community, we do have a Discord in the description below. Oh my God, Jalisa again with the tier subbing to
giving it to specifically you, Andrew. There we go.
That accounts to one.
Teal Mermaid, are you in the Discord? If you are not, you need to join. I'm looking for you right now. Are you under another name? Because if you're under another name, you get if you're in the Discord, if you're under another name, let me know. You get a special tag. You you get what I'm gonna call bankroller.
I'd say it's same thing
Yes.
to Jace Luda. We need to add them to Discord.
Yeah.
Somebody please send I don't know who has the link to it. There we go. There's the link.
I'm linking it.
There's the link to our community. To anybody else who hasn't joined it yet, please join it right there. 53 burps.
Oh God,
the
that
counter is back.
The counter is back, guys.
So,
anyone like,
and you know what? I know we have a counter like ongoing for the show. By the way, this is just how many times he's burped like in the history of the show, but we've missed so many. And that's probably the number of times he's burped just while being on call with us. And we only get in this call like 3 minutes before we go live. And we go like, hey, how's it going? And he goes, well, we're about to and it's true. It's true.
I mean, yeah, they ain't lying. It's fully true. There's a lot of burps in here, but I do it because it's always courtesy, even though I haven't had any drinks that have carbonation in them at all. I've been drinking only water and some juices, but that's it. But maybe
I'm gonna call bullshit. I think Edgar lives on a diet of nothing but Alka-Seltzer and high carbonated beverage.
He just chugs it.
You know what? Alka-Seltzer and Mountain Dew Baja from what Robin,
Blast.
you drink
Baja
Blast. Edgar lives on Alka-Seltzer and
Edgar
Baja
chugs
Blast.
Coke Zero.
Hey, no, that's more like me right now. So,
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I guess I can talk about what's been going on with me. Because
wait, Edgar, were you done?
I was. Yeah, well, I mean, I was never done. We were interrupted all over the place.
Oh, we're back.
Yes, it's good to be back. But yes, we're gonna be. I want to stream more games. There's a lot of other games I do want to stream here and there, like Sonic Ultimate and all that stuff. So we got that going. There are the episodes that I want to edit, and I'm going to hopefully put them here in the future. Other things that we got going whenever I have time and whenever I get productive with it, all that stuff. But, and just just living the life, just continue this. I miss this. I honestly miss doing the streams and recording the podcast. And of course, this time I don't know why, but I feel like this semester, like this part of the season, I feel more prepared on what we're gonna do this time. I felt like last year I was always testing the waters with a lot of different things and trying to get used to learning new things. And now this year we're more prepared, especially since we do have a scheduled plan on what we'll review or what movies or shows or whatever we're gonna review. We already have like a plan lined up that me and the boys have been working behind the scenes. So we'll keep that to ourselves, but you guys will see soon.
Yeah, y'all don't get to know what it is, but rest assured, we totally have a plan.
I feel we should announce the monthly themes by month.
Yeah,
we have monthly themes, so we'll get to it. We'll say what the monthly theme is when we're about to do our review coming up.
Yeah.
We'll say the monthly theme when we're damn well ready, because there's totally a monthly theme. It totally exists. It's totally there. Oh God.
Oh hey, Cloud9's
hey Cloud9.
Cloud9's in the chat. Happy to see you in the chat, Cloud9. But yes, overall that's what I've been doing, just work, doing stuff, getting everything I want prepared for season 3. But yeah, I also want to hear about you guys, Robin and Will. What you guys been doing during our small break?
Well, I've been working on my weight. In July, I was above 300, like about 315, maybe plus that. And this morning, I've been working on it. I've been cutting out a lot of soda, high sugary sodas. Been mostly drinking Coke Zero and other zero products, stuff like that, and watching how much I ate. And this morning, I weighed 288. So
hell yeah.
I'm doing pretty damn good, I feel, and my goal at the moment is to get to 250 and then figure out.
Robin, I have a quick question. You said you weighed 315.
315 plus around that.
Okay. And this morning you weighed 288.
Yeah.
Okay. Was the loss of weight just one big shit?
It could be.
Okay, because I know you've said you've been backed up for a while on account of hanging out with Edgar, who, by the way, eats a lot of cheese.
He eats nothing, nothing but cheese.
By the way, guys, it's an inside joke that's another inside joke that we keep to ourselves, but that's the one we could say out here. But you guys won't know.
No, Edgar eats a lot of cheese. He buys whole wheels of it. He keeps it in his closet, and then he just cuts hunks of it up, and he just eats the cheese, and then he drinks his Baja Blast. It's Gouda, cheddar,
pepper jack,
soft cheeses, pepper jack, brie. It's just filled with cheese. And so you take one big bite of cheese and then you guzzle your Baja Blast with Alka-Seltzer in it.
Oh my god.
And then once every 3 months you lose about 58 pounds because you take a big shit.
He even has like a giant wheel of the Parmesan Reggiano, however you pronounce it. Like, just the big wheel, the expensive wheel.
Jesus Christ.
Like, he just eats from it. Like, it's like eating a pie. He just cuts out slices and just eats it like that. Anyway, so Will, other than that's been going how well it's been going with me. I think also as well, I'm seeing a therapist now. I'm going a bit on the serious side of this. I've been seeing a therapist mostly because I tend to I'll share this with you guys. Tend to overthink when it comes to my health, and so with that, I decide I'm going into I've been doing therapy, and it's actually been helping. So it's been doing really well. So that's what's been going on with me this past summer.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I was also in this past summer. I went to California for family stuff. And it was just nice to, at the moment when we could, it is safe to travel. Now it's kind of going back to not. It was just nice to be able to go travel to California again. So anyway, Will, how was your summer or during your break and all that stuff?
It was fine. Thanks for asking. Now, what are we going to do? Moving on. It was fine. I did. Everybody, like, there was this twilight period where it was like, hey, everything's getting better in terms of COVID, and we're free to travel, like you said, and it's going to be great. And then shortly thereafter, it was like, oh, it's bad again. It's really, really bad. But in that twilight period of it's okay and you can move around because you're vaccinated and it's good, I did travel a little bit. I went to see some people, some friends, had a good time and ate out, and it was almost like normal. And then of course came home, and then it started getting bad again, and this is like an actual, a real PSA here, people. It's really bad now. Mask up. If you're not vaccinated, get vaccinated, all that jazz.
And if you are vaccinated fully with the two of them, and you have an immune compromised system, much like my mom does, get your third vaccine.
Mm-hmm. When available. Yeah, it has to be 8 months, I think.
6 months for people with an immune compromise. 8 months for the rest of us.
Jalusa, thank you again for the another sub.
All right, I gotta make this new roll. God, I did the bank rollers. I created channel. How do I do that?
He gifted a tier to Soppy Carnivore to my boy Rico. Damn.
There we go.
Yeah.
But really, yeah. So yeah, my mom, luckily, just today actually around 3 Texas time, my mom actually got her 3rd dose.
Nice.
Because she is part of that group. So now she'll actually be, fully vaxxed in a way for people like her. So I'm happy. That was my importance, like, for her to get it, and before I do. So that's where we're at.
Nice.
Well, so should we start talking about this fucking movie? Or
Yeah.
But
I will another thing I will say, thank you for everyone who is tuning in on Twitch right now. A lot we got like at the moment we have like around 12 viewers watching. Thank you guys for the support, and also to the people who are gift subbing right now. Holy shit! Thank you all.
Shout out to Jace Luna and Teal Mermaid.
Yeah.
So
T poses in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, T poses right there in the chat.
Yeah.
So like we said before, I guess we we're there's another burp right there. We're starting to do we have monthly themes, and this month is called Sharkgust,
Yeah.
which we're going to be reviewing shark movies, specifically one franchise, and then one other thing.
Whoa, Teal Mermaid gifting another sub to meal ______.
And there we go.
Oh man. Thank you guys for the gift subs. Holy shit.
And we watched a movie.
Yep. But Rob is right. It is we are doing Shark Month of specifically a one movie franchise. And we won't really say what next movie down the line because obviously you know how this is gonna go. So we we started off with as you can see in the title and in the stream or on where you see it, Jaws: The Revenge, which is Jaws 4.
Yes.
Right, we're reviewing Jaws: The Revenge.
Yes.
And wow, what it's been a day since I've seen the movie, since yesterday me and Robin saw it, and
yet it feels so fresh, doesn't it?
I talked about it like basically the entirety of the movie to my mom in the kitchen this morning, because I was just like, just such batshit insane movie this is.
It's fun. I liked it. It's a fun little movie. So here, for some background, this was what was supposed to happen, and this is what happened. So what was supposed to happen was Robin and Edgar were going to go watch the movie together, and I was going to be on Discord with them, and I was going to be watching the movie at home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what had happened was I went to a local council meeting for my town, and because blah 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 things happened, and that ran long. That ran like real long, and I was like, okay, doing meeting stuff, and then I pull out my phone. This is like 8:30, and I was like, oh, I have messages from the guys, and they're like, hey, we're meeting up at 7. Meeting started at 6. This is 8:30, and so I immediately call them and go like, hi, I'm not dead. Was in a meeting, and keep watching the movie. Sorry, bye. So they got to see it together. I saw it by myself very late in the evening, but I I messaged our group that we're in, and I just was saying things for notes so that I could remember what this movie was about. And if I may jump a little bit into the movie here.
Oh, go ahead.
Michael Caine is in this movie.
I know, right?
I was just like, got so excited that Michael Caine was in this movie.
his name just popped up. His name just popped up in the intro, and we're like, what? And
see, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pay attention to the intro to the movie. I was just like, all right, this is the intro. It doesn't matter. Okay, this is a clearly really bad shot. It was a really bad shot of a camera just slightly in the water because the wake of the water is clearly in front. The eyes of the shark are in the water. The eyes of the shark aren't on top of the water. The shot made no sense, but we're gonna get to more of that later.
Oh,
but I
there's
didn't
a
pay
lot.
attention to the intro. But the scene where Michael Caine shows up, he's just like, "Hello," and like, "I'm Michael Caine," and I was just like, "Michael Caine, like, what are you doing here in this shit movie?"
Oh my!
All I know,
And his character's name is Hoagie.
I just want to say that he was, to me, was the saving grace of this whole fucking movie.
Oh, I mean,
like,
yeah, it 100% definitely was, because I mean, as in the beginning, the beginning just starts off right off the bat of what this movie's gonna happen, or what's gonna start with this.
We're in Amity Island, Christmas, and we're talking to. We see the original mom who played the mom in the first Jaws movie make a return, and she's with her youngest son, I want to say.
Yes.
I just remember the oldest son's name. I don't fucking remember the youngest son's name.
But I know the oldest son is Michael, and the youngest son is spoiler alert, dead.
Yes. I mean, like, it's only like 30 minutes into the movie, and he's okay. So it turns out the youngest son is also a cop, like his dad.
Yeah, which the dad's dead.
Yeah, which the dad that we're talking about, we're following the family of the family in the very first movie of the main character, the dad. I almost said Adrian Brody, the actor.
Whoa!
He's played by Roy Scheider, like that. That's his name.
Rob Schneider?
No, not Rob. Roy, and it's Scheider or something like that.
Yeah. You're saying Rob Schneider. He used to be on SNL.
Oh my god!
Oh, that man.
Can you imagine if Jaws like had Rob Schneider as the main antagonist?
Rob Schneider is a shark.
Rob Schneider is now a shark, and he's trying to get revenge. Tune in for Rob Schneider in
Chomp. It's not Jaws. It's Chomp.
They can't have the rights to Jaws. They have to use Chomp.
Yeah. Roy Scheider, who is playing the character. Which for some reason Jaws doesn't have a cast thing, but.
So the little boy who grew up. This is the fourth movie, so we ain't talking about the other ones until later. But the fourth movie, it looks like we're following the mom when she's older, and when the youngest boy when he's older, and he's a cop now, and he's going on patrol. He's got to do something with a cow or something, and he's all like, "Don't worry, mom, I'll be back. I'll be back for Christmas." Blah blah blah. And
he found out like there was a call that a buoy out in the water in the bay was being obstructed by like a log or something.
Yeah, and he's all like, okay, he's gonna go check it out, and and keep in mind his boat looks fine. It's normal. It's all good. And
I just had a realization, Edgar.
What's the realization?
We should have done this movie during December because this is a Christmas movie.
Technically, it's a Christmas and New Year's movie.
Yeah, it's a Christmas movie because
now we have a new Christmas
Whoa!
movie.
All right,
We're gonna
new Christmas movie.
Okay. Oh man!
Because I say that because when he gets on the boat to go check out the log that's under the buoy in the bay, which has to be a children's song now. There is a buoy in the bay. Anyway, and there's a choir singing like "Oh Come All Ye Faithful" or whatever, and they're in the town square, and like you're just like, oh yeah, because it's Christmas. Anyway,
it takes place. Well, go for it, Robin. Sorry.
There's a lot of editing issues with this. 'Cause I'm going into like he drives out. He's going out to the buoy, and he's trying to get the log, like pry it away from the buoy with like some stick or something, and then out jumps fucking Jaws And the reason why I say there's an editing problem is because when the shark emerges from the water the very first time, you already see blood in the water.
And he hasn't even touched the guy, but yet when it cuts to him, he supposedly got the young boy who's now a cop, supposedly got his arm ripped off, but you can obviously tell that he has it hiding under a yellow jacket that he wore, which was the reason he wore the yellow jacket, to hide his fucking arm in the yellow jacket.
Well, yeah, because he gets like 3 inches wider on one side.
I know, right?
It's like they had him tape his arm down. They could have had him wrap it around him in the back, and just like, all right, this is gonna be uncomfortable, but we'll get the shot. No. Also, here's my fan theory. Why was there blood in the water? There was blood in the water because that shark's pretty dumb. And he'd been killing anybody that was in that particular location. He killed 3 sailors, a fisherman, part of the choir, but nobody heard because the choir was singing.
Well, I mean, as the movie gets on, we get to understand, quote unquote, understand the motive of Jaws. So, long story short, the younger brother, who's now a cop, dies. He gets eaten by Jaws, and
his arm gets eaten.
He gets fully eaten.
He gets fully eaten.
Arm gets ripped off, and he's bleeding out. And then he's like, then he gets pulled in the water, and then he holds on to the piece of to the very log he was trying to free.
Yeah.
And then he goes, help me. Eek. Not like that, but like, essentially.
And then
Jaws just like nom and like
Jaws basically just drags him down and munches him. But of course, the next scene, excuse me, automatically cuts to the morgue where the body is fully intact instead of like bitten into pieces.
You can clearly see that
Jaws just wanted to nibble. Yeah. He didn't want a full meal. He wanted a nosh. Wanted an appetizer.
Jaws was sending a warning.
Yes. It was. This was a warning. It was a warning bite. And then it cuts to the literally. Okay, I don't even know because just how fast this fucking movie goes. I guess the next day happens. And
the older brother and his wife and his daughter go to their mother's house to mourn for like 10 seconds. And
I do want to say really quick to get this out of the way, because me and Edgar figured this out partway through with the daughter. We found out that the actress who plays the daughter is the girl who originally voiced Ducky in The Land Before Time.
Oh God, no!
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you know about that story, it's really sad. I don't want to talk about it because of just how
we're
sad
not going to talk about it. But no.
And
why did you put that hoodoo on me?
We had
now I know that
we were like halfway through, and it's just like it's better to get it out of the way to know who that actress is.
Yeah.
And it's like instead of just like. Anyway,
yeah, my head.
After we're done with the show, to give it a Google, and it's real sad.
If some of you don't know about the actress, we'll not tell the story here.
We're not gonna talk about it. But
you can look it up. Trust us, and you'll see why what it is. But but that doesn't
Can we
mean
get to more lighthearted shark deaths? Like sharks.
No, because
murdering.
Because we're supposed to be mourning in this scene of the movie, but this entire scene, the mourning in the house, the burial, all lasts for like less than 5 minutes, and then the son's like, "Hey, Mom, come with us to the Bahamas, live with us here." And
come to us to paradise in the Bahamas.
Basically it culminates to that, and then it cuts to them on a plane with Michael Caine.
Hello, I'm Michael Caine.
Michael Caine is the pilot in this movie, and that's
his name is Hoagie. He's named after a sandwich. They didn't even give him a real name. I'm sure he has a real name, but everybody calls him Hoagie. It's like if I was in the movie and they were like, "Oh, hey, that's Hoagie's friend, Meatball Sub." It's like, what does he do? Oh, he's a fisherman. Hey, Meatball Sub. Hey, Michael. Like.
So like it is so baffling of how fast this movie they quickly just go through the funeral stuff, and it's like it takes no time at all for them to go to the Bahamas, and it's like, do you guys remember your brother and your younger child died? It's like it all happened like really fast. It's like it feels like the funeral and the mourning and the funeral and burial and them leaving to the Bahamas all happened the same day.
That's what it feels like. It's not supposed to be the same day, but
yeah, and this and
time didn't move in this movie.
Yeah.
It was like
everything
this
felt
is
like
all in a 3-week span.
Everything felt like it was on like the same day. And they say like, oh, days have passed, or like maybe a week has passed already in this. But I'm like, it hasn't felt like that. It feels like we've only been here for like 2 minutes.
I know, right?
And it's like
also the thinly veiled foreshadowing in this movie. I mean, the movie's called Jaws: The Revenge, so clearly the movie is about Jaws, and revenge. But like the guy Michael is like, "Mom, I want you to come live with me down in the Bahamas. I don't want to live anywhere near the water. I want you to stay away from the water, the shark, blah, death, terrible." And he goes, "It's my job, mother. But don't you know?" And here's the thinly veiled, the thinly veiled foreshadowing is, "But Mom, don't you know? Great white sharks don't go down to the Bahamas. The water's too warm. They don't like it." And she says, "Oh, okay." And they go to the Bahamas.
So ladies
and behold,
ladies and gentlemen, you see, I don't know if you remember, but so this shark has a fucking vendetta for the family. He literally swam from her home all the way
in like
to
New England, right?
Swam from Amity Island, Massachusetts,
all the way to the fucking Bahamas. This shark was on a fucking vendetta. He was determined to kill this family.
You know what? They couldn't afford it. They couldn't afford it. But how great would the theme song to The Godfather have been for the shark? Da, 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 da. You know that shit. I can't do it because of it's copywritten, so I'm just gonna go. Da, da, ba,
I think me and Edgar,
violin.
We joked like when we thought about that, like, hold on, like, why is it's swimming all the way there? It's following the plane. Like their travel plan. It's like thinking like, oh yeah, the shark had a 5-hour layover in JFK. He decided to go to. He decided to visit. He went to Ellis Island. He saw the pictures of his immigrant family sharks coming into Ellis Island.
He's always looking at the image. He's all like, "I'll avenge you, father. I will kill the Brody family."
The shark pulls out a pocket watch and opens it, and on the inside's a picture of his dad. and the time just reads kill, 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 kill. There's supposed to be 12 kills. I don't know how many there were, and he just goes, and he just like holds the picture to his chest, and the stewardess just goes, "Sir, can I get you anything?" And he just goes,
he's actually on the plane
right away, sir. And he just like throws the water on his face, because he's a shark. To be wet. So he just throws the water on his face, and he's sitting next to. Now it's a comedy. So he's sitting next to a woman and a baby, and the baby's crying the whole way, and he just goes,
This is the director's cut for Jaws: The Revenge.
Yes, this is the director's cut. So
my face.
And afterwards, he walks through the airport, and there's this woman with a yappy dog, and he just goes. And like a few minutes later, he's walking down the sidewalk. He's got a leash in his mouth.
Oh my god! I just thought of something.
Robin, I
forgot.
think what?
Well, I forgot. Like if because of what me and Edgar recently watched with the Suicide Squad.
Oh my god! I think I know.
You replace Jaws with Sylvester Stallone's Shark.
King Shark.
Oh my!
Yeah.
No, they're the same person.
This is his origin story.
This is the origin.
Jaws: The Revenge is the origin story.
My dad. And
oh my god! Jaws: The Revenge. It's the origin story to King Shark.
Anyway, so
they finally get to the Bahamas.
It turns out, like, I think it was also funny that the whole time that they're in the Bahamas, I think it was like halfway through where we realize what Michael's job is, the son.
Yeah.
Because, like, we were like, what the fuck are they doing? Are they doing, like, they said they're putting bombs on snails and hermit crabs? What are they doing? And then it turns out that they're marine biologists. Like, and it's just like, what?
Also, shout out to his quote unquote best friend in the movie, who man who cannot choose an accent.
Jack. I mean, he does the most generic Jamaican Caribbean accent, and then he can't even stick with the stereotype
because it goes from Jamaican to you.
Before we get canceled, is he Jamaican though?
I don't know.
His
y'all are gonna fight him on the accent. Y'all are gonna look at. Fine, I'll look it up. Jaws: The Revenge. Keep going, but I'm not getting canceled with you.
Oh my! But in the whole movie, it's like his accent doesn't stay. It's like it's going from like Jamaican to American from Britain to like a bit of Scottish.
And then the other two guys that work with him on the ship, it seems that I have a feeling because they filmed on location. They filmed both in Massachusetts and they filmed in the Bahamas. So I'm wondering if the two other guys were just local actors from the Bahamas that wanted to be in a movie, because they sounded like
those two actually had the accents. Like it wasn't off.
They had an accent from the Bahamas. Like that was like a real accent, and it was just like then you compared it to Jack, like. What the hell?
Yeah, comparing him to the side characters, to the main guy who's supposedly the best friend of the guy whose brother died, if you remember that. He's different. His voice is like it's all over the place. It's like I was just like, what the hell? I'm like, make up your mind on what accent you want.
It was
okay. It appears to me that he is not, in fact, from the Bahamas or Jamaica. So this was, in fact, a put-upon accent.
He's from Mexico City.
No.
Yes.
He was born in Mexico City. His father's from Chicago. So he's I think he was, but his father's like a director and an actor.
I will give him some credit if you go down to his activism of what he wants to try to do.
He wants to teach kids how to do bad.
No, it says it is a political thing. It says.
That's
why I'm trying not to. I don't want to say it, but like if you on his Wikipedia page, his activism is actually a pretty.
Oh, hey, he was in New Jack City. Anyway,
but yes, man who can't keep an accent is best friends with the guy, and they're both marine biologists that live in the Bahamas, and their mother is with them in the Bahamas, and she's slowly starting to be attracted to Michael Caine, because who doesn't? And
because it's Michael Caine.
Literally anybody. Yeah. Literally anybody would be like, I want to date Michael Caine. His name's Hoagie. I want to date Hoagie. just like, hello, have I told you about the time that I took 2,000 nuns in this plane over to Nicaragua? And it's like, no, Michael Caine, you haven't. So there I was on my plane, 2,000 nuns playing guitar, singing. What a wonderful world. And it's like, what are you doing?
It's like, because the mom's like, she's quote unquote like still like mourning her son's death, even though, if you remember that, and
oh no, we did. It happened yesterday.
Oh yeah, it also like, the next day was New Year's, and it just happened also real fast, and so
there's a lot of moments like in the middle of it where like like the one moment I remember from the middle of the film is what Will put in the chat about Michael Caine and his gambling addiction. Like they're at the fucking like a casino for New Year's.
Yeah, and Michael Caine he gambles everything.
Gambles everything. He's drunk. He's Michael Caine. You love him. Like.
By the way, that wasn't part of the movie. That was just them following Michael Caine into a Bahaman casino.
Just like later when they're trying to find their mom on the ship, and they just run into Michael Caine on like fishing, and it's like, yeah, that's just Michael Caine. He was just fishing.
Michael Caine loves three things: flying airplanes dangerously, which we're gonna get to. Yes. Fishing in small rowboats in the ocean, and gambling while losing.
So
by the way, the first opening line, like we meet Michael Caine, he's on the plane, he's got the mother and the kid and the wife and the things, right?
Yeah.
And blah 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 blah. And then somebody says like, hey, Michael Caine, how much did you lose at the casino? Are you going to have to keep flying forever? And he goes, I lost everything. And then that's it. Then they fly more. and then he goes, it's like the young daughter is like, what makes this fly? Like being a kid. He goes, it's a lot like driving. If you pull this, we go up. And if you pull this, we go down. And then like the plane just like careens towards the island. And the line is like, when you pull it this way, the houses get bigger. Whoa!
It's just like, honestly, I just see that like, this is not safe. What the hell is he doing?
Michael Caine is insane in this movie.
Michael Caine was drunk while flying and just went, you know what I want to do? Make the houses get bigger. Michael Caine, pull up.
Michael Caine through this movie is the love interest to the mom, and
who lost her husband from a heart attack and lost her son from a shark attack. And
wait, was it a heart attack?
Yeah, she says it.
She said it was a heart attack from fear because of the shark.
Mm-hmm.
So technically the shark killed him. Those were the lines.
Because I sent this in the group message last night, but it's that clip from the Chappelle show where he's supposed to be President Bush. Tell him about your father, man. That motherfucker tried to kill my father. Like, that's what Michael's doing the whole movie.
If you really think about it, like this Jaws the Revenge is basically a shittier version of the first Jaws.
Yeah.
Well, they're all a shitty version of the first Jaws.
Especially since there's an exact copy scene where it's like it's the imitating scene where the dad's like he's like, stressed out and stuff, and his daughter is copying the exact same thing. But it's like, remember that in the movie? And while we're there, that happened like I think like almost
hey,
like
Peter, do you remember the time?
Do you remember the time?
Oh God, I'm having a repeat episode.
Hey, Peter, do you remember the time when the woman's son died? No. No.
Oh my God.
But
anyway.
Oh, and speaking of Shark Attack, there was So the son, the older son, he goes scuba like in a submarine or scuba diving, and Jaws comes in all styrofoam and everything, or fake and looking, and he's ripping the submarine like if it's a piece of cardboard. And as he swims under, magically finds an abandoned ship that's there, and Jaws, so determined to kill him because he's part of the family, he's moving his head looking to find him.
A big ass shark going through this tiny spaces in this sunken ship.
It's not even that he's a big ass shark. We really need to describe the fake ass lookingness of this shark in some of the scenes.
Yeah.
In some of the scenes, it looks like a shark, and they did well, and I appreciate it. Like the scene where the shark is swimming, quote, swimming in the ship down the hallway of the ship, hallway galley. It's a straight part of the ship where there's nothing in it. It's not a tight space.
Like
it's like the shark isn't moving its tail, and it's just like moving forward on its own inertia, right? That's the phrase. Chat, this is science and I'm bad at it. So inertia, right? And it's just moving. Inertia, is it?
Yeah, yes.
That which keeps okay. Because because inert means anyway. So it's just moving forward, but its tail isn't moving. None of its fins are moving. But in the scenes, inertia is a property of fuck it.
Now he's making a reference.
So the shark is moving forward.
No, so the shark is moving forward, and it looks fine. But in other scenes, there's clearly people like moving the shark momentum on its own momentum. So in other scenes, the shark clearly looks fake because it's got like somebody's arm, and it's inside the shark, and they're like moving the tail, but you can see bumps from the people's arms.
There's also
that's a dude's arm, like it's arm shaped.
There's also shots where if it's a scene of like the back of Jaws, and you can see where they sewed the fabric together, which is very obvious when you see it. But there's also scenes where nobody is moving it, and it looks like a fucking. It looks like a floaty drowning in the water, not moving at all. It just looks like a toy that's just like in the water, that's just floating around, minding his own business.
I remember there was one time where you saw the shark underneath the water, and I didn't see it, but Edgar thought he saw like a string, and you see it like slightly like to the side, like if you're looking at it from like
it's like holding one of his fins to turn him to one side or something,
and then all of a sudden like you just see it get violently brought down from one fin, and it's just like, okay, that just looked fucking weird. But so then apparently. After the first attack, Michael goes back up. I honestly thought it was the same day. Apparently, what happens next is a completely separate day.
Well, I mean, this whole movie feels like it's just even especially in that scene where you're talking about like feels like it happened the same day, but no, even the brother, he describes it like, oh, this happened like the day before. I'm like, well, the day before, it felt like it was the same fucking day.
Well, because like the second time he went back in, that was apparently the second day, and he decided, okay, no, after this I need to go so I can go because I'm probably gonna miss my wife's. So the wife, for context, the wife is an artist. She makes sculptures. So like, oh wait, really quick, that was another fucking scene that was weird, where like the artist wife is in the shed and she's about to work on it, and like apparently the husband is like there for like the husband is back for a break from working, and like he's getting all flirty with her when she has like a fucking welder, and then with the doors wide open, they then start to do it in the wide open doored garage,
but not before he starts saying the line where he's like, as a young kid I always was attracted to women who knew how to weld with angry welders. And I'm like,
it's supposed to be lighthearted and funny, But also, it's the obligatory late '80s sex scene, which is
But
shown off
also,
camera.
but the thing that was funny is that the fact that it was wide open, and there you can clearly see people working outside, that they can see them like doing it in the wide open garage.
And there's actual evidence, and there's actual proof that the kid is always a noisy child, because kids are always damn noisy. And
because
they like
because later, like, the grandma and the mom were talking, and then you see like the daughter like peeking over, like,
and she overhears the grandmother and her mom. So like, don't they feel like they shouldn't do it there because they would feel like they would get caught by their daughter or anybody?
Exactly. But that was a side note because I just remembered that. But like, going back, so the wife is revealing a sculpture that looks like a set of shark jaws and a shark tail at one of the beaches in the Bahamas. And there's people playing in the beach. There's one of those floating bananas that 4 people could ride.
And the daughter is with some random people on a yellow bumper.
Well, the daughter was with the mom and the grandma, and she wanted to, like, can I go ride on the floating banana? And the mom was like, yeah, sure, you can go ahead and do it. She gets on it, and
that's when Jaws is ready to attack. He's trying to lure
Jaws
in.
Is out in the distance smoking a cigarette, going, "Yeah, get on that goddamn banana." Fucking do it. And she gets on the banana and he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill this girl," and like snubs the cigarette out and just like, none of this is real, and snubs the cigarette out and just like, "Oh yeah," and pulls out a switchblade and is like, "I'm gonna get her," and starts swimming and looks at the pocket watch with his dad's face and goes, "This is for you, Dad. I'm about to murder a child," says the shark. And this is fake, but the shark does attack the banana boat.
Yes.
Like, the shark is clearly trying to go for the little girl, but misses and gets the grown woman that's sitting behind her.
She gets a random grown woman that we don't even know who it is.
He misses.
And then and the grandma, she sees it, she runs quickly to go grab her.
Also, another thing we didn't even mention, the grandma has some weird sixth sense.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
That shark is nearby. Or not just a shark. The shark is nearby.
She has like some spidey sense or something that she's like, every time like the shark is like nearby, she goes, done. And it's like a dramatic scene where her head goes, done, 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 done. And she's like,
dun 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 dun. Wait,
and
they never played the Jaws music. They couldn't.
They did.
That shit,
they played it in the beginning.
Did they?
Yeah,
in the beginning.
That was the only time they used, because they said they put it in the credits, themed by John Williams, because that's the only time that they actually used a song by John Williams.
Yeah,
and it was the original Jaws theme.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but the rest of the music is not even by John Williams.
No. But then, so the daughter gets in shock because she almost got eaten by a shark, and the mother, when she saw she almost got shot, and she got the spidey sense or the shark sense that Jaws is there to lure her, she, out of her own will, speed runs to get to a random boat, gets on it, and chases to go after the shark.
At first we thought it was a random boat because of how confused we were of what time of day it was.
Yeah.
In terms of the timeline. We later find out it's actually Michael's boat, but we had no idea because it was like, did they come back? We're like, what the fuck happened? And like, it turns out it's Michael's boat. She goes out on the ocean on her own. Michael comes back to find out that the daughter is in shock because of what just happened, and this is another fucking funny thing, and we had to rewind this.
Oh yeah, because Robin pointed it out, and I didn't notice it until you showed it.
So Michael's running. He's running to try to get to the small boat and saying like, Jake, and then you see Jake come out of his cabin. You hear Jake say, What? But when you look at Jake's face, his mouth does not move. He doesn't say what.
It was
but
added.
I heard him say what.
It was added after shots and after shooting the film. Like it was a reverb or some shit. Like
like most of the audio in the early days when I said "fuck it, we'll do it in post," and we just cleaned up the audio and we changed what we said completely.
Pretty much.
I'm not mad at it.
It was so funny to realize with that, and so of course, so the guy and his best friend that can't choose an accent, they go on another boat and they run, and it just so happens they meet Michael Caine just randomly fishing in the middle of the ocean, and they're like, "Hey, Michael Caine, come over here." The love interest who's also my mother is chasing after the shark, and Michael Caine's like, "All right." And
Hi, I'm Michael Caine.
Michael Caine was on break. He was just fishing. And then they thought, oh, we actually need him. Michael Caine, just keep fishing. We'll just wait for the shot.
Just improvise. Just improvise.
You want to fly the plane? I don't know why I'm making him Australian. Hi, I'm Michael Caine. I'm from Perth.
And so they
Michael Caine, known Australian.
And they get on Michael Caine's plane, and they're like, they're just flying through the air doing the random things, and they finally find the boat. And they're like, okay, Michael Caine doesn't know how to land the plane on water, so he risks everyone's life. So he's like, all right, guys. And
I will say this in terms of a stunt, this was pretty cool to see. They did an actual plane water landing. Like that was a real plane landing in the water.
Yeah.
Michael Caine crash landed a plane in the water. It was unnecessary and unscripted.
And I will say,
Michael Caine just said, "I'm going to crash this plane into the water." And everyone went, "What are you doing, Michael? This isn't in the script."
I'm
it is
improvising.
now. I got control of the magical sticks that move the plane. The water's gonna get closer, and just down into the water. Oh, Michael!
So they finally go for a run.
Well, I just wanted to say, like, if you've played GTA 5, the model of the plane that Michael Caine flies, I don't know what the actual name is, but the version of it in GTA is called the Cuban. But like, there's a plane in GTA 5 called the Cuban, and it's the exact same model that's based off of the real life version.
So what Robin is saying is that Jaws: The Revenge has an Easter egg to GTA 5.
Yes, and that's exactly what I'm saying.
Totally.
And so they finally land the plane, and the man with no accent and the brother go to save his mom.
The man with no accent.
And Michael Caine is just sitting on the plane waiting for his next line. And as he gets out, of the plane, Jaws comes.
Waiting for his next line. That's so good.
Somebody clip that.
Gets out of the plane and is waiting for his next line.
Anybody in chat just clip that.
Somebody clip that. That's funny.
But then, then Jaws comes in. He looks like we think he kills Michael Caine, but plot twist, they can't do that because it's fucking Michael Caine, and he's immortal. So he comes out of the water and he's all like, "Bloody hell, this is I'm giving him some random accent. He's all like, "Hey, Master Wayne, I survived from the shark."
Well, I'll tell you this, Master Wayne. All you sharks are the same. Y'all got big row of sharp teeth, and you don't tip. What are you talking about, Alfred? What? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I slipped into Michael Caine. I'm actually Michael Caine. I'm from Perth.
And so they finally go on the boat, and the son tells his mom's like, "Mom, why the fuck are you going on the water? You have no weapons. What were you gonna fucking do?" And she's just like delusional. She still has a spidey sense sensing the shark. And so they devise a plan, and they try to make a bomb or some flashing lights a way to kill the Jaws. And him and the guy with no accent, they're doing that while Michael Caine is doing his, he's trying his best to look like he's trying to fix the boat, and but they finally,
he's fiddling.
He's
fiddling with the engine. There's water in the engine. He goes, Mary, there's water in the engine. Gotta use the bilge pump. Mary, that's a deep. Mary, that's a deep cut. That's a callback and a deep cut for anyone who, if you were that. Mary, where's my McRib? So he turns into. He turns into Jimmy Stewart. So, Mary, and he's working the bilge pump.
So Jake and Michael started. I like that, Garuda. I like the idea that his character was Alfred in retirement. That's great. So Jake and Michael started making, because they're about to fight the shark.
Yeah.
So they're making bombs, I guess. They don't really.
I can explain. What they kind of half-ass explain it, but pretty much what they're going off of is you, the audience member, say, like, just agreeing based off of very small scenes in the movie previous that Jake, or as Edgar says, the man with no accent,
Yes.
knows how to make electronics out of MacGyver-esque things. He can make a tracking device that measures heart rate and distance
with hot glue.
With hot glue and a hamburger and a few pieces of wires and a small battery. And it magically tracks the shark, right?
Yeah.
So he makes, out of what looked to me like a large flashlight and some tape and a wire, a device that emitted electromagnetic pulses because it was somehow connected to, I guess, through a radio or some radio wave or something. This is 1980, so it's not Bluetooth. To another flashlight that you turned on, and it went.
It's just a quick flash.
It's a flash, and apparently this flashlight was supposed to anger and confuse and hurt ? The shark, because the shark ate it.
Yeah, so
because apparently, if the shark's so big, it can just swallow a flashlight. No problem.
How it ate it though? It was like, so Jake goes out on the, what is that part called, where like on the front of the ship where it just sticks out.
The pointy thing.
The prow, I believe.
The prow.
The prow of the boat.
Yeah. So the prow he's out on the prow, and he's holding it out to, like, I guess for him to eat it or something. I don't know. But then the shark comes up, grabs not just the flashlight, but also Jake and a bit of the prow, pulls him down. We think, oh shit, Jake's dead. Because they just showed him getting eaten by the shark.
Yeah, he took a big bite on the thigh and the leg, and he just drowned him underwater. And then the brother dick guy is like, "Damn it, my best friend with no accent is gone. I got to avenge him." And then we get to.
I knew it immediately, that, like, because I saw that the prow was now extra pointy. So it's like, oh, so that means they're going to use the ship to try to stab it and kill it.
They're about to Little Mermaid this shark?
Yeah, but, like, I had no idea how fucking, I use this term literally, bombastic that the kill was going to be. So,
ladies and gentlemen, just get ready, because I was just as jaw-dropped as anyone else who watches the way this killing shark ends.
So Michael started using the flashlight on the shark. The shark is roaring because it's getting hurt.
Because the shark is part lion, as we all know.
Yeah.
And it's getting closer. The boat's getting closer. It's getting closer to the shark. All of a sudden, the shark jumps up. The prow stabs the shark. The shark fucking explodes in a fireball, as well as the boat does.
And
Kills
as
the shark.
and I guess
I can explain this.
And I guess for during production, the whole while it explodes and while everything stabs and the ship blows up and the shark blows up, for some reason the whole scene stops going. It starts viewing it at five frames per second, so it's like it looks like the whole movie was lagging, and it was
Budget
like
cuts. Budget cuts, my dude. They only had so much film, and they had to use less of it.
they only had
at
so much
slower
shark.
speeds.
Oh, God.
Well, no, after they stabbed the shark and it blew up, they had perceivably more
No.
shark over a
Which
wider
makes-
area.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
I can explain why.
Okay.
Everybody knows.
Mhm.
If you've read enough about sharks as I have, hi, I'm Will from South Texas, shark expert. And all of what I am going to say is absolutely true, and nobody can disprove it unless they are as widely read about of sharks as I am. Sharks are 35% gunpowder. Now, you think to yourself, why? Well, what stops sharks from floating into the air? Weight. And the gunpowder helps balance them in the ocean so that they don't tip from side to side. And you're thinking, what about the fins? That's where a fairly large percentage of the gunpowder is. Now, why is the gunpowder able to explode? Well, as we know, sharks are watertight. Their skin is actually made of hard plastic. As this shark was, you could tell by looking at it, it was made of hard plastic. And when they puncture it, a little bit of the gunpowder sac of the shark, they have gunpowder sacks, pierced. And the speed of which the boat was going versus the velocity of the shark and the angle of the pointy bit on the prow of the boat, we've decided it's the prow, created a spark. Because as we know, wood causes sparks. And that's how we get lightning. Will from South Texas, lightning expert, second book. And boom and bang, and the oil of the boat, because remember, the engine got messed up and there was water everywhere and there was oil leaking, that caught fire too. And that's how the shark blew up. That's my theory. I believe in it. Sharks are 87% gunpowder. It goes up every time we talk about it. It used to be 35%, and now it's 87%. So now it's 92. But anyway, sharks are largely explosive devices.
And just like the opening, the ending just quickly ends. We jump from the ship is sinking. They're out in the middle of the water. They somehow are now back at the airport. Michael Caine is flying a small passenger plane, and the grandma is getting onto the plane, as well as other people who are leaving the Bahamas.
Yeah.
And they get on the plane. I'm thinking like, it's gonna cut to them, to her and Michael Caine maybe getting married or having a good life, like somewhere in Massachusetts. No, it's just showing they're playing taxiing and leaving with the credits rolling.
Yeah. Do you remember when? Do you guys remember when the brother died and they had the funeral? No. Oh, not even the movie.
And then and it ends with the plane flying off into the sunset. Screen goes black.
Can we talk about for a moment how the fact that Michael Caine has a crippling gambling addiction and lost all of his money and then just got another plane?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
How he crashed the plane that he theoretically owned and then just got another one.
He probably has
a nicer one.
He probably has good insurance, you know? Like,
apparently, I think he briefly says this in the very end. He says like how I think there was like something where how did he get a new plane? He says that it's because from him working laundry routes or some shit like that. Like that's how he's been making his money, was from like taking people's laundry through the plane. I don't know. Like,
I don't remember.
oh my
But
god.
that was, ladies and gentlemen, that was Jaws: The Revenge. And let's go to Mr. Will. What were your overall thoughts and your rating for Jaws: The Revenge?
Stefan says in chat right now, how'd you get that plane? Found it. Um, anyway, my view of the movie. Okay, I think we all expected this movie to really suck when we went into it. It's a Jaws movie, but it's the fourth one. You know what I mean? Like there's
Yeah.
gotta be
I-
a significant drop off. I've seen Jaws, but it has been a long time. I've never seen any of the other Jaws movies. This is my first time seeing this movie. I thought it was gonna be terrible. But you know what? It wasn't that bad. Michael Caine being in this movie made it so much better. Now, was I interested in the movie the whole time? No. I wasn't. I struggled through some parts just going, we get it. You're looking off into the distance and you're afraid because you had a dream. And like they would hold those shots for like a minute and a half, and it was just Michael going, oh, and then just staring.
yeah.
And someone would go, Michael, are you okay? And he would go, what? yes, I'm fine. I'm just tired.
I'm Michael Caine.
No, not Michael Caine. Michael Caine is Hoagie.
Oh, Michael. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Hoagie and his friend Meatball Sub.
Or what Jace messaged me privately. It's like, Hoagie and his little brother Ruben.
Hoagie, Ruben, their father who was a hero in the war. Their gay uncle, who's of course on Grinder. Grinder is also a sandwich. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I will be here for the next 15 minutes. But what my view of the movie is, I'm gonna give it a 2 because it is not as bad as Bloodbeat, which is the new standard.
Yeah.
So it's not as bad as that. So it's a 2. And it's not a 2.5. It's not. If you asked me what did I think Michael Caine's performance was in this movie, I would say a 3 because he just played himself, and that's great. But the movie's a 2 because there was a lot of staring and a really fake shark, and as Edgar would say, no accent, man. Robin?
I think I'd have to agree with you, Will, in terms of the rating. I'd give it a 2 as well, because the sole reason being Michael Caine. And I think it's just funny that Michael Caine was the only one who actually knew how to act out of everybody there, because there was one thing I pointed out when we first met him when he's flying the plane. He's the only person who is acting well enough to the point where it's like he's acting as if he's in a very loud plane with propellers, so he's shouting to make sure everybody can hear him. Meanwhile, everybody else is talking as if we're not in a very loud plane. We're talking very loud like this. Whereas Michael Caine is talking like this because we're in a very loud plane. This is how acting works. You act with your surroundings. And that was like I'd say I'd give Michael Caine a 3 as well. And unlike Bloodbeat, with this one, the reason why I would give it a 2 is because we actually, and Edgar pointed this out yesterday when we were watching it, you actually know what the story is.
Yeah.
And you know what's happening.
It's not particularly good.
Yeah. Even though it's so batshit insane and so rushed, you understand what's going on. Unlike Bloodbeat, where I had no fucking idea what happened in that movie. So, 2 out of 5. Edgar, what about you?
So, yeah, I can echo a lot of what you guys are saying. Michael Caine was basically the best part in this film, even though there was parts where I felt like he was phoning it in. The whole film
Okay,
was the
it's
whole
Michael
film.
Caine, though. He can phone it in on this movie.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna point it out. But it's just, and then the whole film is so fucking rushed that there's no way I can feel any sympathy for any person here. The effects with the sharks, sometimes it could be looking fine, but most of the time looks like shit. But the movie is so batshit insane. There are parts that are just hilarious to watch on your own, with a group of friends. It's so fucking hilarious in those parts. Of course, there are certain scenes or like chunks in this movie that are dragged to watch and can be really boring and can be like, okay, get on with it. I'm tired of it. But if you're with a group of friends, or you just you're like, let's watch some stupid movie. Go watch Jaws: The Revenge. This is something to watch.
Yeah.
Good.
I was going to say, this is a great movie to watch with other people.
Yeah.
Like,
grab a couple of beers, get some food. and it's insane, and for that reason, I'm actually gonna give this movie a 1.5 stars. Not 2. I don't think it deserves a 2. I think
that's right. We didn't even mention really quick of what Will put in the chat. We didn't mention, by the way, Jake, the man with no accent, lived.
Oh yeah, that's right. He comes back to life, but
he comes back to life. So I guess you could say the Fishman lives.
Yeah. But
God damn it.
But yes, I would give this movie a 1.5 stars. It's bad, but it's bad shit insane funny bad.
Yeah.
But that was the review of Jaws: The Revenge. But of course, we're not done yet. As usual, as always in in our podcast shows here, we have our Untitled segment idea. So without further ado, I do have a bit of a tweak updated on the Untitled segment idea. Still the same and good old looking intro for it, but it just tweaked it up a bit to improve it. And so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Untitled segment idea intro here with a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, and Untitled segment idea.
Is this a new song?
No, it's the same song as it always been.
It is? Okay. I think it's just been a while since I've heard it.
I just updated the text to make them colorful.
Wait a minute. Are there more stars than last time?
No, it's the same amount of stars.
No, I think it's better. I think you did something better. It looks snazzier. Help me fucking sell this so it looks like we tried more. It looks better. I think the color is brighter. I think the music is a little bit louder. Maybe there's more brass. I don't know. Certainly the letters are crisper, cleaner, nicer. The same font, but is it? We really worked really hard on this, and I mean mostly Edgar, but partially Robin and I, and our efforts were spiritual and not physical. We didn't actually do anything, but we were there morally. Edgar's always been a dear friend of mine ever since he was born, and I've known him a long time. And I've been a kind of guru to him. In fact, it was my idea for this show, and he thought, well, we really ought to do that. And I said, you know what, you should do it, Edgar. You're so good at this kind of thing. And I gave him a guiding wing to be under. But and of course, I brought on Robin, whom I hate. But the conflict I felt would be good for. Hi, I'm Will from South Texas. Do you have a business
anyway
started?
Untitled segment idea.
Self-help book. Untitled segment idea. That's right, Edgar.
Untitled segment idea, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll start off with Robin. Mr. Robin, what have you recently watched, seen, read, ate, something, etc., etc., etc.?
Well, I have a quick review as my
Is this part of Player 2?
Yeah. So yes, it is, I guess. The thing I'm going to talk about is I got my hands, and also, by the way, so did Edgar. I got my hands on a PS5. Finally.
Mine still hasn't come in yet, so
it's supposed to come in tomorrow, apparently.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a quick review of it, what I think about it. So oh god, ray tracing. Yeah. So I'm really liking this new console. It's a really great console that I've been enjoying. A big major improvement for the PS4. I love the controller. The controller is such a good controller. The only problem that I have with it, and I think my friend Frank pointed this out, where on the very bottom, there's like the undercarriage of it, there's like a little bit of an edge that comes out. So it kind of bumps into your, into your hands sometimes, like into your thumbs, I guess, how you're holding it. But other than that, I really enjoy like the adaptive triggers, the vibrations that are on it. Like it just feels great. It feels like you're getting sucked into the game world.
I thought you were going to say something else.
As well as the
yes, Stefan. The PS3 controller Thumbsticks do taste better.
I will say one thing about the actual size of the console. The fucking thing is a unit. It is so tall. It's taller than the PS4 Pro, and like, my god, it is like, just looking at it, it's just a mammoth from across the room. And
I have a question.
Yes.
But is it thick though?
It is thick.
But it's thick.
It is thick. Especially
so it's a thick box.
It's a
all
thick
right.
box. Yeah, it's a thick.
Okay. Now compare this to the Xbox that you also own.
To the Xbox One.
No, the new one. Didn't you get both?
No. I've been trying to get a PS5, but it became increasingly harder to get that. So then I decided, let me see if I can try to get a Series X. And then while still on the mentality, I got a notification from GameStop saying, "Hey, we're selling bundles for the PlayStation." And I'm like, okay. So then I tried to get that, and then I just ended up getting that. And eventually, I'm going to get a Series X, but that's going to be further down the line, because I do want to eventually have both consoles. Because I'm just more of a console collector in that regard. So eventually I will. But right now, no. So I really like the games that are on it right now. There's not a lot, yes. They don't come out. Most of them don't come out till next year. But I really like the I recently have been playing Ghost of Tsushima, the upgraded version that came out today, and it looks fantastic. 30 FPS, ray tracing. I wish I had a proper 4K TV, but even though it says it's 4K UHD,
wait, 30 FPS or 60 FPS?
60.
Okay, because you said 30, and I was like 30. I'm like, I thought it runs 60 now.
No, I thought I said 60.
Wait, you said 30.
Anyway. So
now in this version of the game, can you use cannons?
So far, I don't know, because I'm still checking out Iki Island, which is the new DLC. All I know is that I can report is that there are monkeys on Iki Island on the beaches, and they are adorable. So,
can you kill them?
I don't know.
For science.
I'll
get
try.
back to us on this.
Yeah. Yes. I don't want to do that.
For science.
For science.
Anyway, so I'll give a quick review of what I think of it so far, even trying it out a bunch and going further down the line. It could change over time. But as of now, first impressions, first week of using it, I'd give it like a out of the 5 stars, 3.5 to 4 stars. Like I said, it's too early. I still want to wait a bit more until more games come out that are made specifically for the PS5 to really give a full thing.
All right, but our lovely music man Garudin, he's asking the real question, Robin. What's the fried chicken storage situation with the PS5?
If you're trying to make a reference to the KFC PC that they made, where you can heat up fried chicken and have a storage for it, it sadly does not have that. So,
well, then what's the fucking point?
How can I play video games without fried chicken? Not
Robin,
sponsored by KFC.
I can't play video games properly. I won't have the speed on the keyboard unless my hands are slicked in the proper amount of fried chicken grease. As we all know, going into some of the things you need to do to get some of the keys, you need the grease so you can slide right over. It's faster. It's easier. My mouse is slathered with grease, and it's the only way I can play games.
I will say, and Stefan had this problem with his PS4. I don't know if he has
not enough grease. I know.
I don't know if he has the regular one or the Pro. I know Frank. What the hell am I mixing names up? Edgar has a PS4 Pro, and I don't know if you've had this problem too, Edgar. But there's been times where the PS4, when depending on what game you're playing, it just makes a fucking jet engine sound.
Oh yeah, it's very common with PS4 Pros. Especially with like the newer games like God of War, Spider-Man PS4, Miles Morales. Hell, it does it a lot if you are a person who somehow plays Warzone. If you have the storage for that.
And Stefan says like his PC does that, and yeah, depending on some PCs, PCs do that too. Yeah. But specifically the PS4, it is like fucking loud, super loud.
But you want to know why it's so loud? I know why.
Why?
Because Michael Caine's actually driving the engine, and he's making the houses bigger. So,
God damn it. But comparing it with the PS5, you do hear its fans very sometimes when it's trying to load something up, but almost entirely and even when it does make sound, it's a very low fan sound. The entire time you are playing a game that's very intensive graphics, it is quiet. Very quiet. It is very quiet, and it is just awesome that it has the new cooling thing. That it just is quiet. So that's my thing on it. That's my review. That's my thing. So
all right. Not bad. What about you, Mr. Will? What have you recently watched, seen, read, eaten, etc., etc., etc.?
I'm so happy you asked. I've been no, just kidding. I've been doing a couple things. First off, I've been playing some Battlefield 5 with Robin and Patrick and Stefan. And by the way, I still think it's possible. I think you can get Battlefield 5 free via Twitch Prime, maybe? No, it does seem to be gone. No. It's still here. Through September 1st, you can claim Battlefield 5. So, viewers, if you have Twitch Prime, I urge you to get Battlefield 5 for free because it's free and it's a big game. And as we all know, EA, is it EA, right?
Yeah,
Origin? Yeah, EA kind of, what's the clinical term? Oh, yeah, fucking sucks.
Yep.
But they're giving the game away for free and they're not doing anything new with it. But, you get to shoot the guns and go pew pew and things. And it's kind of a fun time. And I enjoy playing with friends way better than playing alone. So, yeah, it's a fun time. And I recommend you do that. I've also been playing some Red Dead. Yeah, Battlefield 1's really good. You know, World War One and all that.
Battlefield 1 is better than Battlefield 5, but
But I like
Battlefield 5 is
Battlefield 5.
free.
Well,
Battlefield 5
Battlefield 1 was free like last month
yeah, but I
or a
mean,
month or two ago.
for me,
Uh,
for me, I was kind of there for when I got Battlefield 5 when it first came out, and
Mhm.
at the beginning it was just terrible. But
oh,
but now
right.
I will say now it is better because of the Pacific update and all this other stuff they added. Anyway, continue. Will.
Right. I've also been playing some Red Dead. And that's been fun. I think I'm gonna play some later tonight, actually. Because they have some, you buy the special, the quick draw pass, whatever they call them, and it's fun. You get to level 25 with it. You get all this free stuff. You even make your money back on the cost of the quick draw pass itself. It's a fun time. I enjoy Red Dead. I've been enjoying that, and also, of course, I've been playing Hold Fast. Let me just put in a cheap plug for the 21st Corlin Jaegers. That's my regiment. If you want to get Hold Fast and you want to do some private line battle stuff, join the Discord, the Grand Slam Discord here. And then you can message me or post in there and be like, "Hey, I want to join the 21st Corlin Jaegers," and I will get you set up, and you can come on in and meet everybody there. It's a fun time. Edgar,
Yes.
Now it's your turn, Edgar.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I'll start off with what I've been playing recently. I'm trying out because I recently bought Infamous Second Son, and it's not bad. It's a sequel after from the first two Infamous games, and those were pretty fun as well. This one's all right. Like it's kind of clunky some of the controls, so it's kind of like it's getting used to them, but it's kind of satisfying to like fight sometimes. Still a bit clunky, but overall, I'm still having like an enjoyable time with Infamous Second Son. I'm also playing some Injustice too. Uh, just playing some fighting games for Strider. But what I've been recently watching is I've seen the memes of it. I've seen a lot of people talk about it and enjoying it a lot. And I'm like, you know what? Let me give this show a shot. So over the summer, and even still now, I'm watching it. I am watching a small anime called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and it's weird, but it is really entertaining for me. It's just so bizarre that I love it, and as it gets and it goes on, it's a pretty cool show. I don't say much about JoJo because I feel like it's been said to death in a lot of it, but if you are interested in watching JoJo, just watch it. I know first season's kind of all right. It's kind of like it's a bit slow, but it's very quick. Same thing with the second one. That one's pretty funny too. It's pretty entertaining. And then when you get to the other parts with the other people, it gets pretty cool. Especially as you get to the part 4, there's a villain called his power is called Killer Queen, which is based off the band Queen, and it does some pretty cool stuff with it. And that's what I've been that's what I've been watching lately. So kind of trying to catch up to it before the new season comes out on December on Netflix, which I would be watching. Yeah. Oh, Robin, thanks for the thanks for the gift sub.
Hey, Robin, thanks for the gift sub. You got the things, and everybody, if you got the T-pose, T-pose him. Fucking T-pose him. Yeah, Robin, you can't leave anymore. You're stuck in the corner.
T-pose. Boom. But yeah, I think that's all we got for today, ladies and gentlemen.
No. We have one more thing to talk about.
Oh, we do?
And this is part of gaming news.
Oh, yeah.
As all of y'all know, I'm sure, Quake Con is what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's happening right now. And it was announced that there would be for the PS4 and for the Xbox ?
For all
So,
for all
okay.
next gen and current gen consoles, specifically.
Right.
Yeah.
There was going to be a 10th anniversary re-release and update to include fishing of Skyrim.
Mhm.
We've got another Skyrim, everybody. It's going to be great. It's the best thing in the world. We've got Skyrim with fishing, and God Howard is here himself to talk about it. Everybody, please welcome God Howard.
Please welcome him back.
Look, our special guest today is God Howard to talk about Skyrim re-releasing again.
So, God Howard, if I may call you God Howard, we just have one question. What made you think to re-release Skyrim 10th anniversary?
Buy it. You're going to buy it.
Oh God. Okay, fine. I'll go buy it.
Buy it now.
Oh God, it's so terrifying.
I've added fishing. You can fish. Buy it. It's a new game.
At least you get a free graphics upgrade if you own a PS5 or Series X and you have the special edition on Xbox One or
there
PS4.
Is no free.
That's what you guys said at Quake Con.
I'm going to smite someone.
Oh no, Robin, you made him angry. You should have said anything. Oh God!
It's not my fault that Bethesda did that behind his back.
Well, now, I mean, God Howard has a. Don't you hear his new voice? His new voice is even deeper.
That means he's gaining more. Every time more money is pumped into him, his voice gets deeper.
But it gets even deeper whenever they re-release Skyrim.
That too.
Re-release it. Always.
I wonder what would happen when they stop re-releasing Skyrim and then
they would just
re-releasing other stuff.
They would start releasing the new Skyrim, the new Elder Scrolls, and then that would be the one they re-release.
Yeah, then his voice goes back to normal when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out.
Yeah.
They added fishing poles, Stefan. Yes, you could just jump into the water and grab a fish.
You can fish with a pole. Come on. It's a brand new game. You think of the RP possibilities. Think of it. You could be a fisherman. You could just fish. You don't have to be the Dragonborn. You can just fish.
Well, Mr. God Howard, thank you so much for being for tuning in and on our new season today. Thank you so much for announcing Skyrim again. Anything else would you like to add before we would have to go?
Yeah, buy Fallout 76 too. I gotta go. Poof.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. There he goes.
He's gone, everybody.
He disappeared.
I guess we have to do two things. We have to buy Fallout 76 and we have to buy 10th anniversary re-release of Skyrim. Now, Robin, do we have to buy it though, or do we just get it?
If you already, here's the thing. They said if you already own special edition on PC or on PS4 or on
Jesus
Xbox One,
Christ.
And going to specifically for the console versions of that, if you own those special editions and then you eventually get a PS5 or a Series X, you can get a free graphics upgrade and free graphics upgrade, as well as the controller stuff for the PS4 and all PS5 and all that stuff for the new one. So
how? For PC, because I'm PC Master Race, right?
You'll get a free. You'll get the anniversary edition as a free upgrade.
Okay,
if you own it on Steam.
Yeah, I do. Do you think that's just gonna be a a download and you just re-download it all, or do you think that's gonna? Because right now
It's gonna be it's gonna be like an update, like what? Because I remember.
Update.
Because I remember when I owned the regular Skyrim, and then they announced the special edition for Steam. They made it was an update instead of you fully downloading the game. So,
see, not for me. I have the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. That's a game, and then I have the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition, which is a completely separate game.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, Legendary and Special Editions are separate games. But are they just going to give a graphics update to Skyrim? And this is all theoretical because we obviously don't know. Or are we just going to have the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim updated Special Edition?
Well, because it's weird because they're also they're really trying to push their Creation Club thing.
Edgar, what are you doing?
Skyrim.
They're really trying to push their Creation Club thing by even adding, like, if you were to get the free upgrade, or if you were to pre-order this new version, you would be getting they would also be adding, like, I think it was like 3 free months for the Creation Club thing. Their stupid, like, paid mods thing that they're trying to do, and it's just like, okay, well, I mean, at least it's free for 3 months or however long it is, so you can try it out, and then you never have to use it ever again because it's still stupid. So, but it comes with all the free DLC, all the DLC, everything, upgraded textures, upgraded everything. If you get the upgraded versions. So, yeah.
I only have Skyrim on my Nintendo Switch, and I haven't played it yet.
And Stefan, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, Creation Club is such a great thing. No, yeah, fuck Creation Club. If you want to just go bypass that, just use Nexus.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did somebody say Neelix from Star Trek? That's a reference for Stefan and Robin. I'm getting that we're kind of reaching the end of our rope here. We're at the 2-hour mark. So I think, thanks for coming, everybody. We appreciate it. Hope you come back next time. Thank you so much for all of the subscriptions. Holy Jesus.
Yeah,
there were so many. Wow.
Yeah,
thank you
for the viewerships and the subs, and to everyone watching from before and even to right now. Thank you all so much for today's episode and stream. Of course, if you want to watch this after later on during next week, or on Monday, or like after that, this should be uploaded on Spotify and YouTube. And of course, we'll have notifications and posts and updates on our social medias, which you could also follow us in the descriptions below on Twitch and on the other socials. And of course, I'm always going to shout it out. Our thanks to our good friend Garudin for making us for our new intro theme. Description as well below and on the link here on Twitch as well. You could check those out to look at his new jams and badass jams there. And so just gotta let that burp out there before I leave.
It counts.
And that one too.
That's the second one.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna burp again. I'm gonna leave the other one for later. But of course, and as well, you could follow me and all of us on our social medias on Twitter, of course. And as you guys noticed, the Grand Slam also has an Instagram account. So you guys can follow us there, and we'll have other updates there and other little things that we'll do there too once in a while. And of course, maybe this weekend I will probably stream some games with either us or just by myself, whichever happens, how it goes. But we'll let you know when we do another stream soon. So, and I think that's all about it that I have left to say. Any last words from you guys? With that, guys, thank you all for watching. We hope you guys have a wonderful night and a wonderful weekend. And bye-bye.
Great. Get to the chopper. I can't breathe, Maria. It wasn't my baby.